What do you think about Big Shaman today? I want to craft it, but I'm not sure it's worth it. I think Big Shaman is like worse Big Priest. The atmosphere, thank you so much for following. The thing about Big Shaman is, as compared to Big Priest, is Big Priest has waves of big minions. And you cut off one head, two more take its place. Whereas Big Shaman has a very select amount of big minions, and most of them have to be in your hand. Big Priest just pulls them right out of the deck, but Big Shaman, they need to be in your hand for the most part. So I would say, like, maybe I will do this. As long as Big Priest is as good as it is, it's hard to justify Big Shaman. I've seen more slow mill locks like that in ladder than Q blocks. Oh, sure. Q block is like really hard to play in a field of Raza, and probably in a field of Dark Lair, and probably in a field of Secret Mage. But Reno Lock does fine against Raza. The fact that there's a Chief Inspector in that deck makes me think it's not good against Secret Mage. So if you clear Big Shaman's board once, he can't do anything more. Not once, but like once or twice. And their boards often consist of one minion, you know, like Big Priest snowballs out of control really fast. Hey, how do I submit a deck for you, as you said on Discord? So the way that it works is of the weeks that we do viewer decks, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are via channel points. So you come watch the stream, and if you have channel points, you can make me play a deck. The way that it goes for the best of viewer decks is I nominate some decks that I enjoyed and I think I could play for 2 hours in a row in my Discord. And you guys can press the heart button on those decks, and the one with the most hearts for each day gets nominated. So these are the 3 decks that got nominated for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of last week. So I feel like my opponent is well equipped to deal with this depth charge. We do have ice blocks, so maybe that'll matter. He has Iashaj. I know it's not correct name. So if you're a bit lucky, it will be more than one minion. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's not better than Big Priest. Big Priest knows how to like consistently snowballs out of control more consistently, and doesn't require you to draw the minions and draw a cheating card. Shadow Essence cheats the minion and pulls it out of your deck, so it's just easier. I can do this if I do depth charge. I guess I'll do depth charge. Big Dragon Shaman is kind of fun with Malice plus Burn package, but I wouldn't say it's good. I haven't tried that. I never asked, can we vote for more than one deck if we see a couple we like? Yes, you can. I've tried to like, hey, Osalia. I've been wording it like vote for your favorites in hopes that people would kind of get that impression, because like I don't like super care, I guess, like whether or not people vote for more than one thing. Blood of Cahoon is better than Yasharj. It's true. Big Shaman can't run Blood of Cahoon, unfortunately. I ran into a Melee Shaman on ladder who completely wrecked me as Kingsbane Rogue because of Frost Shock. Oh wow. You weren't sure in case it made a lot of ties. The thing about it is, I don't know that I can enforce it. Without it being tedious. Yeah, then I'd have to go like look at the reactions and like cross-check them to make sure that nobody voted more than once. And I don't like if you want to spread your vote a little bit, I think that's totally fine. If you like more than one deck, go right ahead. We're like, wait, can we just play this? How many things need to be discounted? It's just any two, right? Oh wait, like we've got all the Moltons? This has to be enough. It's not all of them, is it? So like, 1 Apprentice, 2 mana for a Molten. Oh, is it all of the... Wait. Did I mess up? Does it have to be all? So we'll play the first 2 Apprentice. That's 3 mana. Then we pay 1 mana for Molten Reflection, and then the last one's free. No, we're still good, right? Alright, well, now I just gotta find that last Apprentice or Simulacrum, like this turn. That's not those. However, this could be those. Hopefully our Rig Fair game goes off no matter what. Because, like, they'd have to Mind Blast to kill us here, right? Oh, they had the Ripple. Cool. We just needed the Rig Fair game to go off. It would have been nice if they didn't pop the block here, because it would have given us extra time, but this way we get to draw 3 cards, and that's mostly what we needed. And there's Sorcerer's Apprentice. Very good. Someday, I'll be just like you. Aha! 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 I'm usually not one to BM, but like it's so fun to just go in on the on the Antonitis, and they can always concede, right? Like they do. It is not necessary to have the stack to have a deep competitive experience, and when it comes to digital, passing priority 1 time is better than passing priority any other times. So like priority is when, like, you know, when a person has control of the game. So like in Magic, like you'll play a card and then your opponent has priority for a second because they can respond to the card, and if they do, then you have priority. So like it's switching back and forth constantly, not just when it goes from one person's turn to the other, which is really fun in person for me. When, like, if you're playing against an opponent in person, both of you guys have 100% of your attention on the game, and you're holding each other accountable. And in a tournament format, if one person isn't giving the game their entire attention, you can call over a judge and have them intervene. So when it comes to like digital, you have to have all of your attention on the game if there's a stack, because every time your opponent plays a card, you have to press OK. And if like you're trying to play your turn and your opponent isn't giving the game 100% of their attention, then you're sitting there waiting for like 5 to 10 seconds after you play every card just for your opponent to click OK on it. And while that may make the game itself slightly more competitive, I believe it makes the game much less fun. Like the tempo of it is much more like, come on, just let me play my turn all the time. And that would be fine for me if I had never played Hearthstone. But I have played Hearthstone, and passing priority just one time just feels a lot better in digital. So like, I don't, like, it's hard to go from the like casual fun experience of Hearthstone that like gets deeper the more you feel like paying attention to what's like good and bad in the game. It's hard to go from that to another game where that has like all those extra steps. I'm sorry, Alticon. I dropped the ball yesterday. I forgot to, I was like busy like trying to find my YouTube games and setting that up. And then I had like a Zoom meeting with my siblings. And then by the time I like remembered that I was supposed to post viewer decks in the Discord, it was already pretty late. So, feels bad. So my point is like the while technically competitors to Hearthstone do exist, I don't really classify them that way because they aren't actually replicating the Hearthstone experience. They're all a lot darker. They all use like the stack, and they're just not the fun casual experience that Hearthstone is. So we need something like Hearthstone to be free to, like, truly 100% free to play, and to get its money off of the like overflowing potential of cosmetics in card games. Like, all of these cards could have alternate artwork that we pay $2 for, you know, like all of these things could be things that we elect to put on the board. We could buy, like, you know, if you want to have the Zeppelin on the board, you could buy the Zeppelin and put it on the board. You know, like hero portraits could all have different things. The card backs could be purchasable. They're like, wouldn't you rather have all the cards for free and then just pay for the cosmetics you truly love than like get a free cosmetic every month and have to pay for all the cards? It seems so much better to me. And I don't think it's unprofitable. Like League of Legends gets away with a very similar system. So I should have held on to that, huh? I don't need to draw any more cards, but I do need something for my Antonidas. Oh, I need to draw Antonidas. Never mind. Hey, Umbra Keeping depth charge versus priest. If I did that, I did it absentmindedly. would take away from the hype. I would still be excited for a new expansion if I didn't have to pay for it. Plus, like again, using League of Legends as an example. It's very exciting when they come out with a new champion. You didn't have to pay for it. But they come out with new skins like every week or two. And if they get one for a character that you like, stoked. We have Reflection Branch on, that's true. Rigged Fair game went off. No Anton so far. Oof. Oof. Yeah, we'll find him. We'll find him. He's the last card, but we'll find him. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Almost missed that. Alright. Aha! Aha! They give up. Didn't get to fire any fireballs that time. But yeah, I don't know, like that card game could exist. I actually really like I played Gwent for I tried Gwent and I tried Shadowverse a few weeks ago, just like because I'd never tried them before and I wanted to have like an opinion. Hazer coming in with the raid. How you doing, friend? What's the good word, Hazer? Doing well. A little salty, but better after playing Rattlegore. Nice. Did I play Eternal? I did play Eternal. Eternal uses a bit of the stack, do they not? You can respond to things. It's been a while. I kind of forget. I know that they had like they had the mana system kind of similar, but not exactly the same to the way that like Magic does. Like you could draw the mana, which I think I still like for Magic, but I don't think should be replicated in other games. What did I think of the other cards? Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Thank you, Shamanistical. The Shadowverse felt like Hearthstone, but dark. Some of the, like, not like, ooh, it's so gritty, but like literally the contrast was made dark. And I think that that's a problem that a lot of card games have that aren't Hearthstone, is like making the aesthetics too dark. Like Hearthstone has it like a fun, like exciting game, you know, like it's very colorful. You look at Shadowverse and it's like just dark all over the screen. Like you could say something about the artwork on the cards as well, but that's the type of thing that I can take or leave. Then Gwent, I actually thought the gameplay on Gwent was really fun. The thing is, like, not only is it dark in the way that Shadowverse is dark, like the colors are so muted, but it's also dark in the way of like things are just too gritty. Like there's this one medic card where not only okay, separate complaint about Gwent, all the cards are animated, and I actually don't like that. Like I don't like things to be too wavy. Like people are like moving their arms and stuff like that in the pictures. It's just annoying to look at a bunch of pictures moving at once. So I don't like that. But like just as an example, one of the pictures they have, one of the cards that they have is like this medic that's amputating someone's leg, and it's like them actively sawing the leg off, and the guy's going, "Ah! Ah!" So I can't like read the card without hearing this guy screaming because his leg's getting cut off, you know, like, and like my stomach can handle that, but I'm not gonna have like a casual fun experience playing card games while some guy's like horrified about. It's not the only card like that. There are a bunch of them, you know. So like, while the actual mechanics of Gwent are really cool, the temper of the game, I get, like the feeling of it is very like unrelaxing. So this is Exodia Mage without the quest, it's true. Gwent is boring to watch if you don't understand it. I find that that's how I feel about like all it's kind of how I feel about all card games, just games in general. If I don't understand the game, I don't like to watch it. We have Molten, Simulacrum, Sorceress. Does that work? So it doesn't, right? Because we need to play the Sorceress first. Let's see. It would be 1 mana for the Sorceress, 2 mana to copy the Sorceress, that would then give me a 1 mana Sorceress. So yeah, I don't think it works. If it does, my brain can't handle figuring it out right now, so we'll copy it first. I still need more cards, but I also don't want to overdraw Antonitis, so we'll maybe play it next turn with Emperor Thorson, I don't know. Martian, I keep losing to Penflinger Kingsbane Rogue. You need me to do research? Like you need me to play the Are we about to lose to a Lucia Big Priest? I guess not, huh? Oh, did they get an ice block from us? You need me to do research on Penflinger Kingsbane Rogue? It's interesting. I was watching Labor's stream the other day. He wasn't playing Kingsbane, he was playing like Hook Scimitar, similar to Kingsbane Rogue. And he had a couple of Penflingers in there, and it was kind of interesting. In Runeterra, you have fun moments here and there, but like watching a game of Magic is the dullest thing in the world. It's like the polar opposite of Hearthstone. I like watching Magic a lot when I'm into Magic, you know. They got one of our ice blocks, right? Yeah. I don't know how can we win if they have ice block? And they got one of our Sorcerer's Apprentices, so still need to pull that. Hype for the Attack on Titan episode. Been waiting to watch this chapter. I was so sad. I was so sad last week when there wasn't an episode to watch. Oh my goodness, them getting that off of their alabaster is pretty devastating.
I'm out of cards.
Alright. So we have to do lots of stuff this turn actually, so let's get going. We actually do, like, this isn't even BM this time. We actually do just need to, like, go at it. I guess we, like, we try to create as many fireballs extra in our hand as we can. Because this thing's gonna die to stuff. So yeah, they can probably clear. I don't see them healing out a range of 2 fireballs, right? I only play Warcraft 3 and Hearthstone. I also grew up playing Spellfire by D&D in the 90s, but I'm a OG. Nice. What's AOT? It's Attack on Titan. So, like, I was so sad. Like, I was all hyped for the episode, and I'm like, I usually watch Attack on Titan after my wife goes to bed. She's not, like, really into that sort of thing. Like, anything that, like, is as gruesome as Attack on Titan is. So I was like, I'd waited all day to watch it. Wife went to bed. I sit there, like, ready for my Attack on Titan ritual, and then and then there wasn't a new episode, and I was like, no. So I ended up just starting the series over. I'm like, I'm already in season 2. I'm now, like, I'm up from like 1 Attack on Titan episode a week to like 5 a day. That said, I've been really tired the past 2 days, and I struggled to watch 1 episode the day before yesterday, and yesterday I couldn't even finish it. I was like too sleepy. So yeah, I am very much looking forward to the next episode. I actually won this game. I could save some time and watch the recap movies. I don't want to save time. I want to have all the Attack on Titan I could ever watch. Man, since it's Priest, I kind of want to keep that. Play it on 3. Hearthstone is still way too expensive, and Dew Protection doesn't help with getting all the legendaries from a set. The dust is the issue. I'm not saying that it's as good as it should be, but it's... I have not ever said that. I'm saying that resigning ourselves to the system is never going to get better is a silly notion, considering how much less expensive it's become in the last year. It used to be that you could pull epics and rares multiple times before you had a complete collection of epics and rares, you know. Now it's not that way. It is cheaper. It is cheaper recently. And as stupid as the... do you really want to play this if you're going to run Twilights? Oh, they're running Crystalline Oracle. I don't know how efficient their pool is. It's probably just a bunch of fun death rattles. So, like, they've made enormous changes in the past year, and they say they're going to make some more with mindset of making it easier to easier for players to afford. And while the this is potentially horrible, while the battle pass was a bit of a disaster, they also implemented an incredibly successful an incredibly successful improvement in the duplicate protection. We have a mini set for every expansion, and now we won't even have Hall of Fame dust to make up for some of the cost of the Battle Pass. Gives about the same as the previous system, which didn't have it. I relate 0 to the, which is not to say that if it bothers you, it shouldn't bother you. I do not relate any to the argument that the mini sets are bad for Hearthstone. The mini sets are a long overdue change. The fact that we go so long without new stuff is what leads to a lot of the most stale times in Hearthstone. So even if it makes Hearthstone more expensive, it makes Hearthstone better, as a game in a vacuum. So the issue isn't we should take they shouldn't have come out with the mini sets, that the mini sets were a bad idea. The issue is make the overall cost of Hearthstone lower. So I don't relate to the complaints about the mini set. I think that we should just want the system overall to be less expensive. You're still getting duplicates though? Can you explain more? So, if you have a complete collection of, and by duplicates I mean like duplicates that you can't use. So for example, if you have one copy of an epic, you're still going to get this works, right? Because we'll do this will copy a 1, right? It'll be 1 cost when I copy it. And then the Molten Reflection will be 0. I want them to make Zale dustable. I agree. Okay, so duplicate protection, it's not like you're not going to get the second copy of an epic when you have the first copy. It's you're not going to get the third copy of an epic when you have both of the original 2 copies, the 2 that you can play, until you've collected all the epics. And then when you would get an epic, you will get one of the ones you already have again. Hoping he pings us in the face. Oh, we have everything, right? We don't care anymore. Right. By adding duplicate protection, they remove something that wasn't mentioned. What do you mean?
I have no time for games.
Which free deck is the best one to get dust-wise? If you want to build a Warlock deck, it's the Warlock deck. The Warlock deck right now has everything you need, not everything, but like a ton of relevant stuff for both Disco Lock and for Dark Lair. So if you want to play one of those things, haha, 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 haha. No one wants to sit around and let me shoot fireballs wherever I want. I guess I don't blame them.